If your life feels dark, chaotic, quite lost, I want you to understand that you are exactly where humanity began. The reason why I say this is I'm going to go over some notes with you. Today is lesson one in the beginning, how everything came to exist, how you got the heavens, you got the earth, and you got us somehow. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. That's Genesis 1, verse 1 through 2. That means that if you can use that imagination that you have, there was no structure. Imagine this darkness, like when you close your eyes, how it's just complete dark, it's complete chaos. Sometimes you get the lights, fractions, just completely chaotic, no structure. But then in the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God. The Word was God. That's John 1, letting you know that in the beginning it was chaos and darkness. But with the Word, the frequency, the presence of God, He spoke into existence, let there be light. When He spoke with His words that you have because you're made in His image. So when you're speaking, you are creating the unseen. With that being said, He turned chaos into kingdom. In Genesis 1, the Bible says that the earth was without form and void. It was absolute chaos and darkness. But there's an invisible backstory here. Before humans ever arrived, the adversary betrayed God. Rebellion had entered the spiritual realm, leaving a wreckage of darkness. So before you ever existed, there was the adversary, which is Satan. He betrayed God. He got himself kicked out of the heavens. But then he landed on the earth. He was bound in a certain part of the earth. And then there's the Garden of Eden that God formed Adam and He formed Eve in, and they were perfect without sin. We don't know the full mystery of what God was experiencing after the celestial betrayal, but we know His response. God didn't respond with destruction, He responded with creation. Over 6 deliberate days, He took that absolute chaos and organized it into structure. And as the grand finale, He made you in His image. So through that chaos and destruction that the enemy meant to cast against the Father Abba, He turned that into creation. That is exactly what you do. No matter how bad your day is, no matter what your past was, somehow, some way, in today's moment, in this present experience, you have turned that into something beautiful. I hope that you did. I hope you're not walking around looking like your pain and like your disasters and like your past. Because one thing about the past is going to give you depression when you think about it. When you worry about the future, it's going to give you anxiety. But if you stay in this present moment and give God this present reality, see everything as a miracle, see everything as a blessing, because it is. You're sitting here and have no idea how this image was formed. You're a miracle. Even if your heart is too hard for you to admit it, even if you didn't make it this far in this video, somehow, some way, reality is going to present this information to you. So you can run, but you can't hide. It's nowhere to go, nowhere to escape, not even in your next lifetime. Because if you don't grasp this information, you're going to be reincarnated. You might come back as a damn dog. Who knows? As I land, on the seventh day, He rested, not because He was tired, but because His order had won. You are God's answer to chaos. God won once He created you and rested. And the reason why He created you, because you were created in His image to turn chaos into creation until we all return home. There's a reality where you're in heaven right now, and this physical form of you in this vessel, in this car, in this vehicle is the awareness experiencing this reality. At the end of the day, shalom, baraka, divine being, I wish you much peace, love, light, and joy, and gratitude. And I wish and I hope that you do not allow yourself to be constructed into a box that this reality has somehow decorated for you, because it's so much more beautiful outside of it. Take care, and I'll see you in lesson 2.